Gravity is a really, really solid and powerful platform, I would say. If you obviously you just asked about Gartner and their voice of customer and stuff like that, but if you go back to the last Gartner Magic Quadrant as well, the last Gartner Magic Quadrant, alongside each quadrant, they have this thing called the critical capabilities that they produce. And if you look at the critical capabilities, actually, the most recent one, it's pretty interesting because Gravitee consistently scores very, very highly. In actual fact, I think when you look at it across all of the different factors, and I think there are maybe 5 or 6 factors, like pillars that they look at across that. Gravitee scored in the top, I think it was 3 or 4 in pretty much all of them. And the only companies that came ahead of Gravitee were massive, massive monolithic companies that probably spend millions and millions a year with Gartner. And so from our perspective, it's obviously people recognize the value of the platform in the sense that it is really the full lifecycle API management sides of things, which I would classify as like API 1.0, if you will. We do that incredibly well. But on top of that, the platform now has the capabilities with things like the event native capability. So event native API management. So you have the ability to pull in any of your Kafka topics or any of your streaming services, let's say, and provide a consistent layer of building, managing, monitoring, securing, exposing, and consuming. You can do all of that sort of stuff in the Gravitee platform now, which is very unique. But on top of that, what our customers really are starting to adopt a lot is this concept that we've just introduced, in actual fact, and we're just going to be announcing it in a few weeks' time, is what we call federation, essentially. So now you can plug in any broker, any gateway effectively, and start to be able to provide a consistent layer of discoverability, security, of everything like that on top of any broker that you may have or any gateway that you may have as well. And so it's those things. I think we do the fundamentals of API management incredibly well. We are thought leaders and we really push the boundaries from an API management perspective in terms of event native, and also taking that even further in terms of federation. And then beyond that, from our perspective, we're very much looking at an AI forward position as well. So we're looking at things like, once you've got this federated environment, how do you stitch all of these bits together and do that in an automated way to enable true self-service for people? And how do you do things like intelligent traffic shaping, all of those sorts of things? Very much the forefront of why Gravity's customers love the platform. But why they, I think, love the company is the platform, but also the people associated with the company and what we try to do and how we try to help them. And so the team at Gravitee gets a lot of credit for that sort of stuff.